Hello Spider Peeps. Well, sorry, you just caught me playing Pokemon Go. Yeah, I am an AFOP adult fan of Pokemon. Yeah, played it for years. Love the stupid thing. Why am I talking about Pokemon? I wanted to talk to you about these things. These are like, well, they're not really a cheat for Pokemon. What they are, they're an auto catcher. Now, a while ago, Nintendo brought out this little ball that you could hold, which Bluetooth connected to your phone and allowed you to play Pokemon sort of remotely. So when you didn't have your phone out, you had this little Pokeball. Whenever your phone sensed that you were getting close to a Pokemon, it would do a noise, normally the noise for the Pokemon, and if you pushed a button on the Pokeball, you could catch it. So it was a bit like Pokemon in real life, even though it's not in real life and it's just a game. By the way, I apologise for my voice. Last week I went on holiday. This week I've been visited by Rona. You know how it is. Yeah, so I think the guys over at Daytel, this is where you get this from, reverse engineered the signal or something. And what this does is lets you catch Pokemon automatically. What a good idea. You might have seen in the past I've had one on my wrist. But unfortunately, these are absolutely rubbish construction. I mean, the one that I had on my wrist isn't on my wrist anymore because it just fell off. The thing broke. These ones, I thought, oh, this is a good idea. I can have it clipped to my belt. But, you know, you can have it clipped to your belt, but guess what happens? you lose it. I wonder if this one's charged yet. No, I have to charge it. Now, that's the other thing. I mean, this seems like a good idea, right? So, magnetic charging. Bing. Great, you think. No, think again. After you've had it a couple of weeks, this will just not charge with this. I don't know whether these get mucky or something, or the magnet begins to fail or something happens and it just won't hold on. So you end up having to sit here like this and try and charge it up, holding it like that, which defeats the whole object. Tell you another thing that's really annoying about it is when you hold your finger on this, it buzzes. So if you put it in your pocket, which you think, well, I'm putting it in your pocket, it's buzzing all the time. So that's also a problem. So I reckon I can mod it. What I'm going to need, I think all I'm going to need is some snippers, some kind of hole punchy eyelet tool, my trusty spudger, probably not this one, and a soldering iron. Let's get cracking. So what I'm going to do is modify this. So I'm going to permanently connect this onto it. So I'm just going to bypass this whole thing. So let's see if I can spudger in there. This is a brand new one. I don't even know whether it works, but to be honest, the charging is so rubbish that I'm just going to mod it straight off. I think I need my better spudger. I wonder if I can just crack it open with like this somehow. See whether this cracks open. There is a lithium battery in this, so you have to be a bit careful. There's this side of it. That's like the switch there. So I'm going to come in from the other side to try and protect that switch if I can. It's like a button, really. Is this going to come out? Hey, right, look at that. This is another problem with them. They just fall apart. See, that I don't even think that was glued. So yeah, it just went to the other end from where the button is. See this little U-shaped thing on there? That's the button. It just went to the other end and just levered it off. All right, so this should come out now. And then we should see underneath the wobbler and the lithium cell. Yeah, lithium cell. Yeah, so I am going to just, well, make sure that the battery wires are well out the way. And I'm just going to do this. I don't want the wobbler. If you want the wobbler, you can do that on your phone if you want. But I'm not doing that, so let's pull that out. There's a wobble motor for my hex bugs. You can watch that video here. All right, now there's a magnet that keeps it connected, so I'm going to get rid of that magnet as well. And there's the two connections. Oh, I might need something else actually, I forgot. Right, I'm going to try with the pliers to pull out these connections. I don't know whether they might push out actually. See, so these connect to these little like pogo pin style things on the inside of the board, but don't want them either. Let's just pop them out if I can. Will they come out if I push from that way? No. What if I pull them? I don't know whether that came out or whether I snapped it. I think I snapped it. I think these are heat transferred in somehow. Yeah, all right. So I lied about the tools. I'm going to need a drill as well. Relatively big drill. That's 5.5. In fact, I might even go to a 6mm drill. Don't really care. See, the thing about these, if you buy the new ones from Amazon, they're about 45 quid and they'll fall apart. These little clip ones, you can get them for about £20 off eBay because they're rubbish. All right, so see the two little brass things there? I'm just going to drill a hole there. This will probably break my fingers, but let's see what will happen. There you go, carnage. Look at that. Okay, so that's cleared that hole. And to be honest, you know, if you are an AFOP, an adult fan of Pokemon, what I've just made up, you probably don't want this flashing. You're not going to wear this on your lapel telling everyone about your love for Pokemon, are you? You know, you want to keep it quiet. You want to, you know, just talk about it on your YouTube channel and give the game away. All right, so I'm looking for a little hole now. I want the hole on this, and you'll see where this is going, to be about the size of that wire, maybe a little bit smaller than that wire. I'm going to try that one. Where this will go into the case afterwards, I want the hole around here, so let's just put a marker in where I drew my big hole. And what I'm trying to do is just permanently attach the charging cable. But I'm so convinced this is going to work and make it into a better device that I'm doing this with a brand new one, because I'm sick of losing them. All right, so the hole punch thing goes in there. I'm just punching on top of where I drew the bigger hole. And let's just punch that. You don't need one of them. I suppose you could drill a hole somehow. Let's look at this little board. So if you look at this at the moment, I think the red is on the bottom. So that would be like that. That would be the bottom of it. Yeah, so I think the red is on the bottom. Now look at this for quality. Look at the glue on this. There's no glue. So this is how I worked it out. So that would be like that. That's touched to that. And the red is just on the top there, so it will be on the bottom. So as I would normally do it, let's just put black at the top, so I know which is black. All right, let's just desolder this, trying not to put the soldering iron anywhere near my board. Although let's face it, that wasn't, I don't know whether you've seen that video yet, but that wasn't anything to do with the soldering iron. It was much more power. More power. So these should just come off. These are as well connected as the rest of the thing is. But yeah, I'm trying to do it without burning my fingers. Need to put a reasonable bit of heat on because the brass little pogo pins on the outside sink some of the heat away. Okay, so there's my two wires. The most important bit now is to pull that bit of rubbish off. So poke him on that through the hole. Poke that through, and don't forget to put that bit on as well. In fact, I'm going to tuck that in there for the moment just to get it out the way. And then red at the bottom and black at the top on here. So I'm going to put blobs of solder on that first. You have to be a little bit careful of this because it has got the live battery in, although it's not charged at the moment. So I'm not at all being in any way careful here, really. I'm just going to blob the solder onto that big brass connector till it flows. There's one. Okay, I mean, I think the thing to say here is that this has now voided my warranty. But the point is, it means that you've got a device that you might not lose, you can carry in your pocket and not clipped on. And you also might keep it for more than 20 minutes before it falls out of the clip-on cover. And you can charge it more than once. I mean, what's not to like? All right, I think that's there. I think that's done. I think it's soldered right. So I'm going to start to put this together again now. And to be honest, if I put it together, it'll probably be put together better than the original manufacturing of it. So this needs to pop round. That needs to go underneath gently. Of course, it is a lithium battery, only a teeny one. Well, you still don't want it to catch fire. And I'm just going to bend those wires a little bit out the way, maybe put a blob of UV glue on them or something like that just to keep them out of the way, and then that should fit down into there again. Once you get it into the right position, it will just go in. Remember, you might have lost the support from one side of it now. I think that's about right. And pop that on. Maybe put a little bit of super glue around the edge to clip that on. Still looks like it should snap in. Well, there you go. Look, yes, it's a snap fit. Yeah, so put a bit of super glue around the edge of that as well. So let's plug it into a charger, see what happens. So hopefully, if you've seen this video this far, this has worked. Otherwise, this will never see daylight. Let's plug it in. Oh, look, it's charging. This only takes about 20 minutes to charge. I mean, it's such a teeny little thing anyway, but you don't want to be holding it for 20 minutes. So yeah, if you go through the menu now, that's the turn it over. That's catch some kind of things, catch other kinds of things. That's other kind of things. This is wobble, but of course it doesn't wobble anymore. Defeated. And that's what you need to use to pair it with your mobile. And now you've obviously just got to super glue the lid back on. Now you can just keep it in your pocket or in your bag and just have it there like that. Connect it when you want, keep it out of harm's way, and charge it whenever you want as well. All right, so that's my little mod on these adult fans of Pokemon devices. I hope you like the purple clip. I ordered that specially. But yeah, simple mod to do. And I know it's not neat having that tail in all the time, but this is going to last you a lot longer, especially if you put some hot glue or something just around the cables there as I soldered it on, just to make those a little bit more permanent. These devices are pretty cheap if you buy them, and the reason they're cheap is that they fall apart and they're rubbish. So why not do this mod and see if you can keep it longer? Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye. I've just thrown the jiffy bag that got hanging away, and this was in the bottom of it. Look, they sent me a lilac one as well. Oh, I'll sell that on eBay.